season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
This defense for the Saints, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of step.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. They find some open field here.
Fumble lost there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now. All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're already giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans.
Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Up comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, Mayfield again. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
The Saints at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well. Up the middle they go. Tyson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now Mayfield.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. We didn't see it all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On 2nd and 9.
Fields, a throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down
utilize him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to pay off quickly.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Fields.
He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Tyson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play in a quick snap.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Hardy set to return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Mayfield now.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. Touchdown!
Bo Melton.
His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And Bo Melton with a touchdown reception to finish the drive off. This will be fielded inside the 5. Onto the field now come the Bears.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down here. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Tyson. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it. There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first. Defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. And incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield looks to throw.
There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mayfield with it once more. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
To throw, Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, and Baker Mayfield gives way to his teammate in Oklahoma, kicker Austin Seibert. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they'll begin by running the option.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield complete to Olave on the out route.
And he goes out right around the 39. The gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a third down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Up to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pete Werner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On the return, Hardy.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? and that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose. So
now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield, forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Travel, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. They have the short field, and they make quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears' 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, brink, aren't they?
Also 2 on the play. 3rd down and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mayfield.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now here live in New Orleans as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Well, the Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
On 2nd and very short.
Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tyson. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger there on the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run on 1st down. Tyson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, it's Kamara. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Tyson.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now it's Fields. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Zach Ball coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. After the sack on first down,
Fields.
And he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now will bring up third down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
They snap it to Fields.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To the air again, Fields.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Off play action, Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Here's Cyber now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Start offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken on the 25. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear.